I am back from my favorite local coin store where they have a 4 for $1 bin of foreign coins. And all of these came from the 4 for $1 bin. And we're going to separate this into 3 videos now as kind of a teaser. We've got some carded coins that came from behind the counter that we're going to put one at the end of each of these videos, but we're going to take these out and save them for future videos. And we're going to look at the stuff that we have on the screen right here. I don't know how I always get the best stuff from the local coin shop. I don't know if it's because it's not as searched. I might not be the first person to look at the coins when I go to a show, but maybe they get a lot of stuff in all the time. They keep replenishing it, and I keep finding good things there. But they keep making winter visits for me every time I go over there. We're going to start with a coin from East Africa. This is going to be a 5 cents or Tano centi from East Africa. These would essentially be the countries of Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. This side might look familiar to when they were British controlled. East Africa, large number 5, the date of 1964. But this is not a British controlled coin. This is the first coins they made when they were independent from Britain. And so they made a series of coins that one year of 1964, for 1 year, they removed the references to the monarch. So older versions of this coin would have had Queen Elizabeth, or before that, George VI, referenced on this side of the coin. So I think that makes this neat. I didn't realize these existed until I was able to pick one up. So this one is a KM number 39. Next we're going to go to a coin from India. Also from 1964. This one is a 2 paise. From 1964, this is a 1-year coin. Because up until 1963, it was the new paise, or Naya paise, and then after this year, in 1965, they remade this, where these little grooves in the scalloped areas on the coin were removed, and everything on the back here was made a little bit larger. The details were enlarged. They also changed this to be a coin made out of aluminum. So this one is KM 583. At least that's the way it is in my old catalog. Your newer catalog is probably going to have a different catalog number. I pick up these Canadian coins every time I find them. Probably almost worth it in exchange value. But this is, it's not that rare of a coin. From 1973, it was the 100th anniversary of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So this is KM 81.1. There is a 0.2 version of this, which is really rare, that has a larger number of beads that go around the edge of this. That one's so rare that it didn't have a value listed in the price guide. Next we have a coin from Brazil. From 1992, this one's going to be a 500 Cruzeiros. And so you may remember that Brazil dealt with a lot of hyperinflation, and they had a lot of monetary reforms through a couple of decades. This was closer to the end of that, and with the Cruzeiros, they made 1, 5, 10, and 50 Cruzeiros in 1990 and 91, and then when that was not enough, they made 100, 500, and 1000s in 1992 and 1993. But with the larger denomination ones, they started putting animals on them. So this one is a Tartaruga marina, which is a leatherback sea turtle. And so that makes a neat design. You don't really see as many of these, but I thought it was neat to find one of these. That the 3 larger denomination coins from this series had animals, and then the next monetary reform all their coins had animals again, but that next one only lasted a couple of years also. This one is catalog number KM624. We're going to look at 3 coins from Norway. This one features Olav V, King of Norway. The hammer design is essentially the mint mark. This coin. This one's going to be a 5 kroner. So this coin is about the size of a United States half dollar. It's from 1981. Catalog number is KM420. And Norway is a coin in Europe that never went on the euro. So this still has a foreign exchange value of 46 cents. As my light went out. For our next Norwegian coin, let's pull up Harald V, King of Norway. This one is from 2008. Catalog number KM482. This one's going to be a 10 kroner. See, this one features his, I guess, his trademark glasses that he's known for wearing on top of a piece of paper that has his signature. So his name is Harold Wergeland. And so in foreign exchange value, this one's worth 92 cents. And then one more. This one is another one of Harold V. This one is a 20 kroner from 2001, so we keep doubling what we can find here. This one is catalog KM453, and it features an ancient Viking boat. So in foreign exchange value, this one's worth in United States money $1.85. And so I'm going to say it has a book value of $2. And so every time I make a video like this, I always like to look up the book value of everything I purchase, not because I'm trying to get rich off of doing this, but just because I'm a math guy and I think it's fun to kind of keep track. Now we're going to move to a coin from South Africa. This is a 2 cents coin. The animal on here is a white-tailed gnu. I think you pronounce it gnu and not just nu if the G is silent, but there are 2 versions of this coin. This one says South Africa. The other one has the Afrikaans legend where the name of the country is Suid-Africa. So this one is KM66.1, but the other version is 0.2. And both of these were made from 1965 to 1969. Then the next coin is going to be from Honduras. It's from 1956, and so I always double check with the Honduras coins. I always have to look them up because there are a lot of subtle variations about the size of the lettering. Sometimes there are clouds in the background. This one does not have it. But many of the coins are fairly similar. This is a 5 centavos of a lempira. Catalog set as KM72.1. There are 2 versions of this coin, and as I was looking in my catalog, I think I learned a new word. It says this is the dentalated border. And what I think that means is as you look at the edge on here, the other version is a beaded border, so that tells me that the beaded border has all of these little notches or these little squares that go all the way around. But on this one, it's almost like the inside of a gear. So it's kind of solid on the outside. So the 2 versions of this coin. Next we have a brass coin from Estonia. Estonia was one of those countries that made up the Soviet Union, and so their first coins were made in 1993, and a lot of the lower denomination coins were all made out of brass, but this one is the 1 kroon, which was made out of copper nickel from 92 to 95, but then was made out of brass from 1998, like this coin, to 2006. So this one is catalog KM35. Now we're going to move to a coin from Czechoslovakia. And this side is up. So a lot of their coins keep similar symbolism, even though they changed government styles over the years. This one's from 1947, so we're looking at right after World War II. So this comes from an era that they called their post-World War II coinage from 1947 to 1953. This one's going to be a 50 Haleru coin. This one was made out of bronze until 1950. And then from 51 to 53, it was made out of aluminum with a reduced size, but still a similar look to it. This one's catalog KM21. What we're thinking about Czechoslovakia, we're going to pick up a coin here from a country that is a really tough find. And so this next coin is in rough shape, but I always like to get it because these are hard to find. We've got a date on here of 1942. This is a zinc coin, and when zinc coins get pretty old, they corrode by turning white. There's also a significant chunk of the coin that's missing up there on the right. And so this might be kind of difficult to read. So this one is not labeled as Czechoslovakia. Instead, it is a region of Czechoslovakia that was controlled by the Germans during World War II. So it's in the catalog, it's listed as Bohemia and Moravia. So it has kind of the catchy right here, but it has the words Bohemia on this side and Moravia down here at the bottom. But we still have the kind of the fighting upright lion on this coin. This one is a 1 koruna. They only made 4 coins under the name of Bohemian Moravia. So this was coin number 4. It's the largest denomination one they made, the 1 koruna. And if you could find this one in uncirculated condition, it would be worth $12.50. We're now going to move to Tonga. Featuring Salot Tupao III. This is a coin from 1967. This coin was only made for 1 year because Topu IV was coronated later this very same year. So this coin was replaced with a coronation coin and then a second coin of Topu IV the next year. And so that next coin is actually coming up in a future video, but we'll go ahead and flip this one over. It's a 20 Saniti. Catalog number is KM number 8. We're going to move over to a coin from Ceylon. From 1951, it's a 10 cents. And I always like on this design how the letters of cents are kind of inset into the number on here, so they're kind of raised at the same height when you look at the edge. This coin reminds me of the coin from India that we had a moment ago, the scallop design with the little notches in each of the scallops. Since it's from 1951, it's going to feature King George VI. This is a 1-year coin, and it's a 1 year because they removed the words Emperor of India off of here. So before this, it probably said King George, King and Emperor of India, something along those lines, and they just changed it to say King George VI. This one's catalog number KM121. I've found a few of these recently, but I always pick it up every time I can. It's going to be from Jamaica, from 1985. It's another fairly large coin. I don't think it's quite as big as the United States half dollar, but still is a fairly big coin. We can see a lot of details on the crest here. I always love the alligator that's standing perched at the very top on that. But we've got FAO coins, so it features World Food Day, October 16th, 1981. It says 20 cents. And so The date of the coin was 1985, so they made this coin 5 or 6 different years in the 80s. It started in 1981, but I think it lasted through about 88. They didn't make it every year. This coin is cataloged KM120. This next coin is probably going to be the rarest coin of the entire video. And it's going to be from Syria, when it was a French protectorate. Has a date of 1926 on it. So this one is fairly well worn, but it is a 2 piastres. So, and it has that written in different languages. There is the 2 in our number system. There is the 2 in Arabic right there, although it's kind of well worn. Has the word 2 in French. This was minted in Paris, 1926. Catalog number KM69. This was a 1-year coin, and other coins from this particular year are easier to find than the 2. So like I already had the 5 piastres, which doesn't have the same book value. If you found this one in uncirculated condition, it would have a book value of $75. But in this condition, I'm saying it's worth $5. So in the United States, our 5-cent coin is colloquially called the nickel because it's made out of nickel. I don't know if they do that in Canada or not, but perhaps they should, at least on this one. They didn't always use nickel for as long as we did as the metal, but this coin, featuring George VI, honors nickel. And specifically, 1951 was the bicentennial of the discovery of nickel in 1751. And so I didn't realize that nickel was the first country in the world to produce, Canada was the first country to produce nickel, and it features a nickel refinery on the back of this coin. So this is a circulating commemorative coin from Canada from 1951, KM48. I've been picking up this coin every time I've seen it just because of the book value, but I think I'm starting to get too many of them. This is from Spain. It is a 100 pesetas, a nice thick coin, has the fleur-de-lis on the edge. Juan Carlos I from 1986. It has a book value of $1, and before Spain went to the euro, this would have been worth in foreign exchange value somewhere around the neighborhood of 60 cents. But I've found too many of them recently. Maybe I need to stop buying these. We've got another scalloped coin. This one's going to be from Cyprus. This one is a 1 piastre from 1949. So we've got another one with George VI on it. This is a bronze coin, and it's another 1-year coin because I don't know for sure, but it probably was changed also because no longer controlling India. The words at the bottom of this coin changed. So at the bottom it's in Latin, Dea Gratia Rex. Rex is king. I know that much about Latin, but originally it said Rex Imperator, which I assume is the Latin word for emperor. This one is catalog KM30. Every time I find a silver coin in a 25-cent bin, I'm always surprised, partially because they would let it slip through and get in there, and also I'm surprised that no one else has picked it up yet. Maybe I've just got the right eye to spot them, but I found another Swiss silver coin. Switzerland, of course, has also not gone on the euro. This is still a valid currency. The Swiss franc is worth more than the United States dollar. It's a stronger currency. And so just by in foreign exchange value, it's worth 60 cents, but it is also 83.5 silver. until 1968. This one was made in 1950. So this comes to a silver weight of 0.0671. So on today, that makes it worth about, the day I'm recording this, that's about $1.80 in silver value, KM23. And Swiss coins can have some pretty good value to them if they're older than this one. So about a decade older than this one, the catalog value on this coin was worth $10. So not this one. This one's more worth the silver value, but always neat to find these. It does have a B for burn mint mark on here somewhere, and it's a design that they've used for over 125 years. Okay, there's the B at the bottom. I went ahead and put this one in a flip because it was a proof coin that was just loose in the bin. I didn't want to get scratched up anymore while I was filming the video. But this is the equivalent of the United States dime. This is 1/10 of a Balboa. From 1974, it's catalog number KM10A. It's got the A because at one time this was silver. When the U.S. dimes were made out of silver, so was this. But by 1974, it was copper nickel. This is a proof coin and was only available as a proof in 1974. And it probably ended up in this quarter bin because someone wanted to pull the silver. There was probably a silver coin in the proof set, and they wanted to discard all the rest of the coins. We've got a coin from Hong Kong. I always like to call this one the Oreo cookie coin because it's got a security reading. So it's got a reeded edge, but in the middle of that, it has a middle layer that actually is wide enough to have words written on it. So it says $5. There's the 5. Dollars. Is it in their characters, and then Hong Kong. Queen Elizabeth. Date of 1980. Catalog number KM46. The catalog says this one's worth $1. We've got another French-controlled coin. So on this side, this is the way that a French-controlled country coin would look like in 1926. We've got some Parisian privy marks on either side of the date. Features the French face of Marianne, who's the personification of the country in a person. Now, unfortunately, this coin has a lot of corrosion on it, but it's also a pretty tough coin to find. If you found this one uncirculated, it would be worth $60. So I didn't have it. I'm more than happy to have a version of it with as much corrosion on it, but still the details are fairly okay. This one's catalog number KM2. And so it says Cameroon there at the bottom. So I've got a carded coin at the end, but before we get to that one more that I found in his quarter bin. If you've seen this design before, you might recognize it as the design from Qatar. Some people say Qatar. But at this specific time, it was Qatar and Dubai. So the area that is now part of the United Arab Emirates made a common currency with Qatar, even though they did not, the countries were not actually connected to each other. But it is a 25 dirhams coin. The date on this coin is, on our calendar, that looks like 1977. It's really 1966 because our 6 looks like their 7, and the Arabic date is 1386. This one is catalog KM number 4. Qatar and Dubai. So now let me get out the one carded coin we're going to look at in this video. I paid $30 for this. So Mexico went through their monetary reform in about 1992 or 1993, and they put silver in their largest circulating coin. So this is a 50 new pesos from 1993. Beautiful coin. Didn't a little bit more than I wanted to pay. I paid $30 for it. So kind of hard to believe that in the 90s someone tried to put silver back in a circulating coin. Not just the 50, but they also put it in the 10 and the 20. And so they stopped putting silver in their coins at the same year they took the N for new or nuevo off the symbol. But also the smaller denomination coins had the aluminum bronze looking part in the middle and the what would have been copper nickel on the outer ring. So if it's a circulating Mexico coin, it has an N, and the silver color parts in the middle, that's where they're going to be made out of silver. Now that only lasted for something like 3 to 5 years. This specific coin was only made for 3 to 5 years, I believe. Go ahead and show the other side here. Shows our typical Mexico with the eagle snake on a cactus. Always a neat design, I think. So the outer ring was aluminum bronze. The inner ring is sterling 925, which gives this barely over half of an ounce of silver. It's a fairly thick coin on here, so it feels like this coin would be very close to a 1 ounce coin in weight, but the silver amount is 0.5051 ounces. And it specifically features here, it says Niños Heroes, which is child heroes. This is specifically from the boy cadet heroes of the Battle of Chapultepec. So really nice coin. So it's got not quite, I'd say about $14 of silver today, but $30 is pretty close to the catalog price on this one. So of course, foreign exchange value in United States foreign exchange value, it's only worth like $2.50, so you don't want to go by that. And even the silver price, it's worth twice the silver that's in it. But been looking to get this coin for a long time, and finally, I'm glad I was able to. This one is catalog KM 571, and I'm going to put it back in this holder. So this is part one of this video. If I can get this coin back in here. So all the coins we looked at today, that was 24 coins out of the bin. We had a total book value of $21, and I paid $6 for those coins. Perhaps he gave me a discount because I bought a lot of things out of the counter. And so we'll see if we can get a similar amount of value out of the other two bags that I've split up out of this video. So just showing you what we've got in future videos. We've got some more, a couple more bags of coins and some more carded coins that are coming up. All right, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.